Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the Wild. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Carson. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right on the 30. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Looking to throw. Brown. Got a man. That's Ward. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He finds his man complete. It's Owens. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The extra point by Ryland up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here come the Ravens. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. And sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Throwing on first down. Carson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Back to throw. Carson. And incomplete.
Well, there was no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Brown, throwing to start the drive. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes,
and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a throw here, hold in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Operating from the gun, Brown. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Operating from the gun, Brown. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Carson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Carson. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now Brown on first down. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. But he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Ryland on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, Carson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A first down carry for Matthews. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella taking a rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it? Taking care of the football. He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Pats are able to add on to their first half lead.
It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Ravens nothing. Chad Ryland to kick off for the Patriots.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Carson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So the Patriots coming out now.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Back to throw. Brown. And he's got it.
And the Patriots are going to... coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Brown. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Throw well set is complete on the diving effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. with an amazing diving catch.
And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Ryland for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 3rd down, Craig, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Carson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Carson.
Throw right side here going to be incomplete.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. The Raiders needed a strong finish, and they got it, as the victory there caps off a 12-5 regular season. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Now the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Brown. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a give, right side, Matthews. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Brown on 1st and 10.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Operating from the gun, Brown. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Brown, left side, caught by Matthews.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They run it. It's Matthews. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it is 42-0.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Throwing to start the drive. Carson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Craig.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And a Raven first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. But now he appears to be in some pain.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Carson over the middle, complete. That's Wolf.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
They run with Bolden. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carson. The Pets are going to get there. Down he goes.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the first down.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Brown now throwing on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A give left side to Matthews. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And a handoff to Matthews. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
99 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at it.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chad Ryland will kick off for the Patriots.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Number 17, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England's offense set to go.
And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was,
Let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Trying to eat some clock. It's Matthews. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll try and run with their fullback. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's Brown from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now Brown throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
The Patriots, as they so often do, moving on in the playoffs. As we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New England. It's the Raiders and the reigning Super Bowl champs. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 43, here's second down and 7. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Stevens. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. Will try for 3. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time returns. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on first down. Brown. Got a man. That's Ward. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. He'll find Driver here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the work potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 15.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Brown. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Back to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Operating from the gun, Brown. And this is hauled in by Matthews. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Brown. And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw. Brown. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough. It really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the outside. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. He'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll set up to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Man open, here's Jones. Big strides, look at him go. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And sometimes when you see a running back lined up out wide, you think maybe he's just a decoy. But not in this case. He was lined up out wide to the left, turned into a primary receiver, and picked up a nice chunk of yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, oh, they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running from the gun with Matthews. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground with Matthews again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get good.
Touchdown, Patriots! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. 2nd and 5. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the give, this is their fullback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
2nd and 4. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Stevens. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. A give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A 3rd down now. Plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The strong running. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. He's got it to the 43 here. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. Brown. And his throw here's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Brown to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Raiders 12.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth.
Back to throw here.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They start the drive with Matthews. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Holding offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that does it for the conference championship.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Pats and the Rams. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. And Charles, ho-hum, another year, another Super Bowl appearance for this head coach. He already holds the all-time record for most Super Bowl titles, and now here he is trying to bring home yet another.
And this guy's thirst for victory, absolutely unquenchable. Every year we think, okay, that's enough. He's going to go ahead and retire and move on and give someone else a chance. But no, he keeps winning, and you keep playing, and you keep adding to your Super Bowl titles. Go ahead, give someone else a shot. Teach them how to play the game a little bit better so maybe they can win a Super Bowl too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Brown. And he's got it. Touchdown. 15-yard touchdown. And the Pats are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun, Love. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 3rd down, Love able to get away. That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete. It's Collins. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. On play action, Love to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing. Love. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously, and he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game, but you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as this Super Bowl progresses?
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off play action. Brown. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A first carry now. This is Matthews. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Brown. Got a man. That's Ward. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Oh, he fakes the spike.
But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 21 yards away.
And the Patriots will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now Love.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Love now on 2nd down. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throw left side complete. That's Harrington. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Love. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Love, they go play action now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Love now. Touchdown, Rams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are on the board here in this Super Bowl. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And now out come the Patriots.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Brown. That's complete to Ward. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Patriots continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I like a fancy playbook as much as anyone, but sometimes certain situations, they just call for doing the basics.
And that's what they did. Gave it to the big boy, and he got 6.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
2nd and 10.
To throw now, here's Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Again, it's Love. pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Here's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrington. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Going back to Love. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Love looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to step out of bounds, up past the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Face mask. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
A final shot before break. McNeil toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end, and now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 20. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
operating from the gun. Brown. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Again, he'll drop to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, now a carry here for the fullback. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Brown. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Patriots will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Looking to throw. Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Off the play fake, Love.
Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, LA!
A big play there. 51 yards.
And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter. A first down carry for Matthews. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Off the play fake. Brown. It's complete to Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Brown now on first down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Brown. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Love now to pass on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Harrington. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's Brown, looking to throw on second down. Got a man, that's Ward. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Matthews up the middle.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Matthews. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Brown on 3rd down.
That is caught. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Patriots can run it out from here. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Ball.